Hello, my name is Jeremy McKay, also known as Mr Yoyothrowers on the various forums. I'm here to introduce you to my latest brand of Begleri that I'm launching, called Rain City Begleri, part of a bigger company called Rain City Throws. Our first release is called the Fidget Slinger. I have taken your favorite toy, the Begleri, and mixed it with a fidget spinner for the most awesomest, ultimate fidget toy. Alright, so ships in a mason jar like this one. Open it up, out comes this lovely hemp bag, and inside of it we have a bunch of stuff. Gonna look like a bit of a mess when you pull it out, but it'll make sense in a minute. So we open it up, we drop a few things on the floor because that's what happens, and you pull out your beads. Now, in the jar you get 4 extra cords, a mix of 550 and 275, just to give you a few choices, because I did design these so it would take 550 paracord really nicely. You'll notice one of the beads is bagged. That's just to keep them from scuffing against each other in shipping. So one end's untied. I gave you plenty of cord so that you can measure it out to your favorite slinging length and tie it off. If you're using thinner cord, I do recommend either a figure 8 knot or a double overhand knot. So I'm going to quickly whip together a knot for mine so we can test them out and you can see what it looks like when they're in play. Now, one of the nice things with these bad boys is they are the most adaptable and modifiable beads on the market. But let's get started. There they are. Oh, hello. Some basic tricks happening. Drop them on the table. That happens. Whee! Okay, so use them as Begleri. That's great. Part 2 is your fidget spinner. Both ends spin. What I'm hoping is people will start fiddling around and figuring out there's different ways to play with that. You also can hold the ends and give it a spin this way, stack them up, spin one and the other one. You can also put them side by side and get a spin going this way. If you wedge them just right, actually you can spin one and it moves the other one. Kind of fun. Alright, so what you'll notice is they do come apart reasonably easily. That was intentionally done. When I did a prototype this, discovered that having it snap in perfectly so it doesn't slip out meant that sometimes when you drop it, it would pop out and be really fiddly to get back in. I wanted you to be able to drop this, pick it up at the middle, and be ready to keep slinging. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Base model ships in the package like that. Now what you need to know is that this thing can go from 9.5 grams all the way up to, I think the most I've found is 21 grams with various options. So, comes apart and you've got your bead. Your bead has an end that's got a shallow indent with your hole in the middle and then a deeper hole in the middle on that side. What that's for is to give you some options. So, base beads, 9.5 grams. If you want to have it with just one bearing, it'll still spin with just one bearing. You'll still get that fidgety, spinny kind of action. That's 12.5 grams. You stick the other one in, you got 15.5 grams for each side. Then come the options. If you're a fan of monkey finger, you've probably got a set of monkey bars. That hole there is designed specifically to take a monkey bar perfectly. So you slap one of those in, and now you're up to 17.5 grams. If you don't want to play with the bearings, your options continue. You can take the brass monkey bar, slots in there nicely, maybe put a copper one on this end. Alright? Don't have monkey bars, but maybe you've got some microhydras. Pop one of those on either end. You've got all sorts of different weight options based on which microhydras you use, and again, slip a monkey bar in, use a pair of microhydras. Away you go, you've still got a nice smooth bead there. If you don't have any of that and still want to fiddle with and modify your fidget slinger, don't worry, small hex nuts fit nicely there. Now, what you might have noticed in the bag is when I dumped it out, there were these little plastic beads. Those are for if you're using just one bearing on the bottom end. What I like to do is slip a bead on the top end. What that does is it helps keep the cord a little more centered and gives you more of a rounded tip to slide off of during play. So each bag will have a few beads for you to play with. Also, rubber bands. So some people don't like stuff falling apart, falling around. Quick and dirty DIY type solution. You take your rubber band, you pinch your bead like this, and you wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. And you gotta go about 15 times around. Try to keep it pretty tight. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up with a big mess of elastic band wrapped around your cord. This works best with the 550 cord. You gotta get a little more tightly wound with a 275 or 325, but what you do then is you kind of wedge the elastic band into the hole around the cord, and if you get it in there good and tight, you're not going to notice it during play, but keeps everything together, still kind of keeps it spinning nicely. So that's kind of the summary of what these guys are. Get yours soon. Enjoy!